After we go over the Logistics Committee's general calendar, I will summarize our committee's overall contribution to Threads. This includes our fundraiser, our Fashion Week event, our ticket sales, our merchandise, and our expenses.
For this class, having a timeline was very important in order to keep everything on schedule. I'll be going through and discussing our general timeline for the Logistics Committee. By the third week of class, we had our first appointment with Ticket Central. And by the fourth week, we were communicating with vendors and getting quotes on t-shirts. During week 5, we placed our ticket order with Creative Printing and Ticket Central. And by week 6, we were able to pass out tickets to students in class and have the tickets up and running on Ticket Central's website. We also placed t-shirt orders then. On week 11, we planned and put on our fundraiser event, which was the resale. And by week 12 was when we put on our Fashion Fairy event for Fashion Week, and this was also rehearsal and show day. Some recommendations for next year's Logistics Committee is to make sure to have tickets ready by spring break in order for students to sell them to family and friends at home, as well as having t-shirt orders in by spring break. For our fundraising event, our committee chose to host a clothing resale. The resale was held at the University Center Rotunda on March 26th from 10 to 6. Our event was very successful. We made over $1,000. Clothing was donated by fashion students in our class. It was required that each student from our class donate 2 plastic bags. This event was also beneficial because we got to utilize our visual, merchandising, and promotional skills. We were also very pleased that Luke Barra was able to DJ our fundraiser. The only failures that we experienced was that our card reader took away a percentage of our sales, and we did not have a lot of time to prepare for our fundraiser. To measure our success, we calculated our profit made, how many tickets were sold at the event, and how many people attended. Next year, I would recommend counting the exact number of people who attended the event to get an accurate number.
For Fashion Week, our committee did a Fashion Fairies event. We dressed up like fairies and walked around campus to pass out promotional materials and cookies. Everyone in our committee wore a crown, wings, and carried wands. We walked around campus and passed out compliments to students as well as handed out cookies that were donated to us by Robert's Bakery. Overall, we reached a large group of people. Because we moved around campus, it was hard to know the exact amount, but well over 100 individuals attended our event. Our event had a lot more strengths than weaknesses. Some of our strengths were that a lot of students were interested by what we were doing and asked us many questions about Threads. This event did have some weaknesses as well. We miscommunicated to our producers when our event was, so we had to do our event twice. Also, at the end of our event, we didn't have enough compliments and cookies to give out.
As a part of the logistics team, it was our responsibility to purchase merchandise for the show and merchandise for the VIP bags. We decided to do model shirts this year, and those are from TCT, which is located in Traverse City. We spent $1,000, $192 on those, and then the models paid $25, and then that $25 fee included the shirt. For the class shirts, we did a design that was from Duo Designs, which is in Mount Pleasant, and we paid $935 and sold those for $26. And then as a whole, we made $850. And then for the VIP, everything that we had left over, we decided to sell at the show. And then that included pins, scarves, cups, and keychains. And the pins were from Pinnacle Pens, and we purchased those for $480, sold those at 6 to our class, and then sold those for 7 at the show, and we made around $42. As for the scarves, they were dyed by students, so we bought those for $543, sold those for 8, and then made $24 as a whole. And then for cups, we got those from Vistaprint Promotional, and we bought those for $567 and sold those for 8. For the keychains that were made here at CMU in the fashion program, those were $118, printed and sold for $4, and we made $8 off those. And then for roses, we also sold those. Those are from Kroger, and those were $3, and we sold all 23 of them. And then last, we also sold the merchandise shirts, which were with the Threads logo from Logos Galore in Mount Pleasant. And we bought those for $415 and then sold those for $12, and we made around $336 as a whole.
Ticket selling process for the show this year was overall very successful. Although we were dramatically behind in sales at first, we caught up about a week before the show and sold out of tickets. To start the ticket selling process, I gave each student in the class a form to fill out. The forms consisted of who purchased the ticket, how many they purchased, what type they purchased, and whether they bought them online. As the students made sales, they would report to me and give me the money. To start, each student was given as many of each as they wanted, but not exceeding 10 of each type. Overall, the class sold 559 general admission and 90 VIP. On Ticket Central, we sold 406 general admission and 38 VIP. At the door, we sold 1 VIP ticket and 55 general admission. This came to a grand total of 1,149 tickets sold. Since there were only about 940 seats available, we did oversell the show, but all the tickets sold at the door were standing room only. This semester, I kept a detailed expense report of what was purchased, where it was purchased, how much items cost, if anyone needed to be refunded, and the money we made. Overall, we made a grand total of $20,883. However, the venue cost about $28,000, which means we overspent by $7,116. I think we generally made good purchasing decisions. My committee initially was told that the venue was $20,000 at the beginning of the semester, but if we had known at the beginning of the semester how much the venue would have cost, we wouldn't have allowed the other committees to spend as much on miscellaneous items. We probably also would have dropped the March shirts as well, since we still have an abundance left over. To start the semester, I had each committee, except for venue, give me a budget proposal. This helped me understand what each committee needed at the beginning of the semester so there were no surprises later. Almost everyone stuck to their initial budgets, which was really great and helpful. In the future, the Logistics Committee should definitely request budget proposals again because it made budgeting for the show a lot easier.
A large part of our daily task was working with other committees. The following are critiques that we had for the other committees. Specifically with graphics, it was difficult to get what we needed on time because they were swamped with work from other committees. This led to our events getting little promotion beforehand, and we had to create our own posters. A positive about the graphics committee, though, is that they created a very unique ticket design. A critique that we have about the public relations committee is that they were often wrong with dates and times when they posted on social media. PR did an excellent job with getting sponsors for the show, however. We didn't work much with venue submissions or models committee, but when we did, they were timely and clear with what they needed from us. Another general critique is that the committee members did not always get spending approved by us, therefore they were not able to get their refunds. A positive note that the Logistics Committee has for all committees in general is that they did a great job at always keeping us up to date with their expenses and receipts. The following are things that we did for the other committees. We refunded them on all of their spendings when possible, managed all receipts, gave ideas and feedback whenever presented to the class, made invoices specifically for Public Relations Committee, gave the model refunds after judging day, incorporated images onto merch that Graphics Committee designed, and supported other committees by attending their fundraisers.